Welcome children to the video lectures of Social Science Standard 10th. This is the 6th video lecture of your chapter number 17. In the previous video lecture we saw about the poverty alleviation program, in which we saw that it is divided into 5 divisions, and we studied about 3 main uh, uh, schemes of it. There is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, Prime Minister Farm Safety Insurance Plan, National Drinking Water Program, and E-NAM scheme. Today we are going to see about the today the Gramoday to Bharat Uday also was seen by us. Next we are going to see is the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana. Now the third scheme, that is Deen Dayal, it is named on Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay, and Gram Jyoti. Gram Jyoti means related to electricity. Okay. So now there are many villages in India which are still not getting proper electricity connections. Okay, and there are a lot of states which have a compulsory and regular power cut during the days of electricity. So government is planning under this particular scheme to connect as many villages with the power grid, and to give them electricity 24/7. This plan is an effort to supply electricity to rural areas. See, this is a plan to rural areas for electricity without hindrance for 24/7, 24 hours, 7 days. Providing electricity at home and farm at concessional rate, at also in that too at very concessional rate. Lay down new lines to take electricity facility into 18,000 villages. See, government is planning to connect almost 18,000 villages for the electricity benefits to them which do not have electricity. Setting up new villages electricity substations and helping farmers by providing subsidy to purchase equipments for agriculture sector. It is also setting up new substations, new big stations for them, and they are also helping farmer to purchase equipment related to the agriculture sector, so that the poor farmers may get a support to increase the subsidy in also providing to obtain electricity to solar. Okay, now government is also emphasizing a lot over the solar energy, and they are giving a very high subsidy over the setup of the solar energy even at the home. The next one is the subsidy under the scheme, that is Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana, for all round development of the Adivasi. Now from the name, Van Bandhu means those people who are living into the forest. Okay, so the fourth scheme is Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana. Now, Adivasi women are provided with training and guidance for livestock rearing. Livestock means cattle rearing. They are provided with training so that they can take care of their cattle in a better way under the comprehensive daily development employment scheme. Okay, so that they can take care of their cattle, and they can even sell the milk of the cattle to the dairy board. For the development of creepers, see, to the creeper crop, agriculture and plantation, they are also helping them to construct the pavilion is peddlers, basically the structures which will help the creepers to get support of it. Organic farming is done. This is very important point. Organic farming means farming done without the help of the chemicals. Grading and packaging of etc. is also done. Samras hostels and smart ashrams are also established. Samras hostel and smart ashrams are such kind of ashrams which are starting to see that the children of this tribal people get residential facilities into the cities also. The next is encouragement of organic farming. So government is emphasizing a lot over the encouragement of organic farming. Organic farming, already I told you, farming done without the use of the chemicals. In this, helping farmers is registration, paying fees, helping in purchase of the farm products. See, okay, the government is giving them financial, at the same time technical support. Arrangement for training and education of the farmers, finance at low rate. arrangement of setting up proper market, etc. is also done. Along with environment protection and reduction in expenditure in agriculture sector are the major objective of this scheme. Okay, so it is to protect the environment also. At the same time, it is also to see that the expenses on the agriculture sector should be reduced as much as possible, right? The next scheme is Chief Minister Village Road Scheme. Chief Minister Village Road Scheme. Now it is related. Now Chief Minister means it is related to the state scheme. The previous Pradhan Mantri was related to the center. Now this is related to the state. Under this, planning is done regarding work related to roads. See, villages panchayats were held to connect villages with one another through roads and highways. Now why it is done? To see that roads are built up in the areas of villages also, and people of villages also get better facility of the roads. So this is a scheme for the development of the roads in villages and connecting them with state highways and the other district roads. Programs like construction of toilet is also implemented. See, this is a very important point. Remember this, construction of the toilet are implemented. Now construction of toilet is a very important point that is taken at international level by our prime minister. Okay, and government is giving a financial aid for construction of toilet at your places in rural areas. There are still people who don't have access to proper toilet or hygiene facilities, and that's why they have to go into open areas for visiting and that thing. So government is implementing for construction of toilet at the home itself. Okay, the next is the Ma Annapurna Yojana. Seventh one, Ma Annapurna Yojana. Under this program, absolute poor means those who are really poor, when those who are the below poverty line people, families and the people below poverty line in cities and villages are given 35 kgs of wheat, see, food grains per family every month by the Gujarat government. So they are provided with free uh, food grains 35 kg every month by the Gujarat government for the easy benefit. At the same time, see, free of cost, and the poor people of middle class are given 5 kgs, 5 rupees kg food grains at low rate. See, 5 rupees kg, you don't get any food grains, but still government are giving so that those poor people don't spend too much money on the food. In this, which wheat is given at 2 rupees kg while rice is given at 3 rupees kg, so this makes 5 rupees kg food grains. Fair price shop, which are 3.82 crore people who are covered under this scheme, get the benefit of the food security. So this is one of the food security plan under the poverty alleviation program, because of which a large sum of money which was spent on the food is saved. Okay, the important point here, the large sum of money spent on the food by the poor people is saved by this kind of scheme by the government. Objective behind is to bring happiness on the face of the people, because they would spend their saving to purchase other things and improve their living standard. So this way they can spend the money which are supposed to be spent on the food on the other things like the education of the children, or better facilities can be created to improve the living standard of the people. The next one is Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Now, under this thing, every Sansad is given a responsibility, is asked to take a adopt a village, and the responsibility of that village is on the that particular MP. He has to take care of that village and see that all the facilities in this village are created, and that village becomes the Adarsh Gam, or the ideal village. See, objective of this scheme is to stop migration of people from villages to cities. For this, members of the parliament means MPs improve education facilities, health, employment facilities, and we adopt villages in their constituency. They have to adopt a village in their constituency. Constituency means the voting area from where they are elected. So they have to adopt a village and see that proper facilities are created into that village. Okay, thus they set up ideal village. Other than this, to create permanent public assets, to develop opportunities for good life, rural upliftment, taking care of the cultural heritage, creating opportunities for employment through social harmony, increasing human development. So this all things are to be taken into consideration by the MPs and see that that village which is adopted by them should become a ideal village. The next important scheme that we are going to study is one of the most large scheme which is implemented into India and which gives you can say employment to a large section of the poor people, that is Manrega. Okay, Manrega is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Now here this particular word is very important, guarantee. Now what is guarantee? What is the difference between guarantee and warranty? You might purchase things from a shop and that fellow tells, like if you purchased a mobile phone, there will be a warranty of 12 months or 6 months. Now what is warranty and guarantee? Warranty means during that particular period if something happens to your product, then they will repair it free of cost. Okay. Now what is guarantee? Guarantee means they will replace it. Okay, they replace it without any questioning with a piece to piece or whatever the conditions are laid on. Okay, they give you a surety. They give you a surety that nothing will happen or nothing will take place, and if it happens then they will change it. So here a guarantee is given, a surety is given that employment will be provided, okay, for 100 days to a person of a family, right? Let us see into it. Employment oriented Manrega program have become popular with the slogan our village our work. This is the slogan, remember that, our village our work. Okay, along with reasonable prices. Objective of Manrega is to enhance livelihood for families or adults living in rural areas or states. See, what is the objective? To provide livelihood for families and adults living in rural areas who can do physical labor through unskilled but are willing to work. See, who can do physical labor, who are able to do the physical labor but they are unskilled. So such kind of people are taken for work and they are paid for it. For this purpose, one person from every family is guaranteed the wage employment for at least 100 days, 7 months, 7 per day. Important, remember, one person from every family is guaranteed wage employment for 100 days, at least 7 hours per day. So they are guaranteed work for 100 days out of a year. Okay, that is around about 3 months in a financial year. The government has fixed the wage rate according to its pay daily wages, and the wages means the money which is paid is fixed by the government itself. If after asking for work government fails to provide employment, then as per rule government has to pay unemployment allowance. See, if the government is not able to give the work due to any of the reasons, then government, as per the rule, the government has to pay unemployment allowance, means without even working they are being paid for it, and that's why it is known as the Guarantee Act. In this work, like work for development of villages, construction of personal toilets, personal work, work leveling the land, plain land, horticulture, labor work in Indira Awas Yojana, cattle shed, making organic manure, shed for cocks and goats, yards of drying fish, cleaning of canals, working related to water storage, tree plantation on the roads are included. So what kind of work is included? Mainly you can see that work which is related to that particular village, okay, for the development of that village is done by the people of that particular village itself. So it does two things with the same task. One, it is giving employment to the people. Second, it is creating infrastructure facilities into that particular village, and due to it people won't migrate to cities for the finding of the work. By guaranteeing definite wages based employment for this every family, government tries to improve living standard of poor under this particular program. So this is the way in which the government is trying to improve the living standard of the poor people under this particular program. Okay, so we'll keep till here into this particular lecture.